In today's video, we're going to break down the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. If you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend going to watch it. The link to the video or the trailer is in the description down below, so be sure to go watch it. The trailer dropped about a week ago, or a little over a week ago, and it's unfortunate because it dropped the night prior to its original premiere at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, December 5th. But because of some leaker, of course, there's always got to be somebody that ruins the hype, right? So everybody was looking forward to 9 a.m. world premiere. Just imagine the live chat and how exciting that would have been. But it's also very unfortunate for the Rockstar developers. I'm sure they probably had a really cool party planned. Just imagine being a Rockstar developer and you know that everyone in the world at 9 a.m. the next day is going to see your work. Just imagine just the hype and just how much of a celebration that would be in the Rockstar offices around the world. But so again, we're going to break down the trailer and look for things we haven't maybe seen before, or just point out things that were really interesting in the trailer, and maybe things I'll be able to show you that you haven't noticed. I'm just in awe at this trailer. It's one of the best gaming trailers I have seen to date. The last good trailer to a game was Red Dead Redemption 2. In my honest opinion, not one game has put the next generation consoles to the ultimate test. And that's just my opinion. Maybe Spider-Man 2, but I don't know. That's just the PS5 too. I mean, we still have the Xbox Series X. Not a lot of games. Is it just me, or did you watch the Game Awards too? I mean, a lot of the world premiere trailers, those games look like they could be on Apple iPhone on the App Store. I don't know what those games are. They're two-dimensional, a lot of them, and there's just not a lot of effort put into games anymore. And Rockstar, yes, look, they've been milking GTA 5 for quite some time, but there's a reason for that. They're in the business of making money. Yes, they need to entertain us with their product, but they're in the business of making money, not spending it as much as they have to. They've milked GTA 5 this long because that money is going towards GTA 6, and some of it probably, of course, went towards Red Dead Redemption 2's development, I would assume. But this is just look at the trailer, how beautiful it is. We're going to go ahead and watch the opening shot here. Just the opening shot alone, just look how beautiful that sunset is. I'm assuming it is a sunset because Rockstar loves opening their trailers with sunsets. I believe GTA 4 and GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 all opened with sunsets in their trailers. So it's really cool to see Rockstar continuing that tradition. But as we look at this beautiful opening shot, just notice as well, there's a lot of airplanes in this trailer. I don't know if that signifies anything. I don't know if that's because maybe we're flying from Los Santos to Vice City. Obviously, maybe in GTA Online or GTA 2 Online, or however Rockstar is going to call it. I would assume that it's probably just going to be called GTA Online, and it's just going to be a crossover to Vice City. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below on that. But so it looks like we have a cell tower as well right here, and in the background of that looks like possibly more downtown Vice City. Some people are saying it could be Port Gellhorn, maybe. I don't know if Port Gellhorn will be that big with skyscrapers, because I think Port Gellhorn is a parody of Fort Myers. And if I've been to Fort Myers, I don't think there are skyscrapers like that in Fort Myers, but it's been years, so I don't know. Let me know if maybe you live in Fort Myers, maybe you know more than I do, but it looks like this is some sort of little canal that's, going through Vice City, or if it is Port Gellhorn, I don't know. Then we have a prison in the background. I'm assuming that's the prison or the detention facility that Lucia is currently at in the trailer. And then, of course, we have the main road here with some, looks like possibly new vehicles. We have a couple buses, and some cars, and then we have a Bobcat, it looks like, down there pulling a boat. So that's really cool. Just look at the clouds as well, just the volumetric clouding. I cannot wait to fly an aircraft through the clouds. I don't know if you saw this, but there was some video on Twitter that I saw, or X, whatever you want to call it, of a guy that modded Red Dead Redemption 2 and flew through the clouds. Now, granted, we're not supposed to be up there, obviously. It's 1899. We can't fly in the clouds. The only mission was the hot air balloon mission, and that was really cool. But this guy modded, I guess he was like flying a drone or whatever. I'll play it here for you, but he's just flying a drone through the clouds, and it looks absolutely stunning. And again, we're not supposed to be even up there, and that's how good it looks. Just imagine flying through those clouds in GTA 6 and how just insane that will look. And it's possibly going to be like Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's going to just look incredible. But this shot right here, it's just a beautiful, beautiful shot. You could see the headlights just reflecting on the road, and it looks like the road is wet. Maybe it just rained. I don't know. Maybe those are oil stains. I don't know. It just looks like the road is sort of damp, but it is Florida, so it probably just got finished raining for the day, or it's just very humid out, and I don't know. Well, humidity is not going to cause the road to be wet like that wet, but it probably just rains or something. But moving on to the next shot, it looks like this is the detention facility fence. Of course, we got the barbed wire and we got some birds flying up there. And then to me, it looks like there's a parking lot out there. Obviously, you can see the car moving when you play the video. And then beyond that, it looks like to me that's the ocean. It looks like that's ocean out there. I don't see any other structures or anything out there. So that's possibly the ocean out there, or maybe some sort of bay or something, but I'm pretty sure that's probably just the ocean. Not much to really see in this shot. We got the moss hanging on the barbed wire, so that's really cool attention to detail and whatnot. But moving on to the next shot, which we get to see Lucia for the first official time, and it's just a beautiful shot. You can see the ray tracing, the sun rays coming through the glass there, and the other inmates outside as the glass is sort of that like, I don't know how to how to describe it, but it's like a distorted kind of glass where it's blurry and it's hard to see through. But just that attention to detail is really cool, and just like how dirty and like the shadows from the wiring inside of the window, how it's reflecting onto the base or the windowsill right down there. Just how attention to detail and just Rockstar's attention to detail is immaculate in my opinion, and just the dust in the air and the pollen and how beautiful this shot really is, and just the detail on Lucia's skin, and you could see the texture on her shirt, and just her hair alone in this shot is just absolutely amazing. And then we have a photo down here. I don't know if that's a picture of Lucia and her family. It looks like there's a bunk bed, so maybe Lucia's sharing a cell with another inmate, so that could be another inmate's photos. But then there's also a photo up here on top of the top bunk, so maybe that's Lucia's family. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below on that. Moving on to the next shot, we have Lucia's, I believe this is probably a detention facility counselor or someone of that nature. I don't know. Her name is Stephanie, based on the little nameplate there on her desk. And then, of course, not really serious, but there's attention to detail in the background. We got Stephanie and her family. Looks like maybe Stephanie and her kids. The guy in the yellow shirt looks like he's possibly wearing a backpack, so maybe he's going to school or something. Maybe it's like his first day of school. And you know how your parents always made you take a first day of school picture. I don't know. But very interesting. You zoom in on her name tag. Not really, it's hard to tell, but it's definitely her, and the attention to detail there. And then not much in this shot, to be honest, but just really cool. Her hair looks really super cool. I don't know if Stephanie will be a major character or just a side character in the facility. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Be sure to comment all of your thoughts on the trailer as well, so we can have a discussion down there. So moving on to the next shot here, another beautiful shot of Lucia. You can see the sun shining through the window and the pollen and the dust in the air. And then we have LDC on Lucia's shirt, probably standing for Leonida Department of Corrections. Another thing I wanted to point out in this shot was the picture hanging, or the painting hanging behind her. That almost gives me like GTA 5 vibes. It kind of looks like it's a little sailboat in the Alamo Sea, and then we have like the mountains. Maybe this mountain to the left is Mount Chiliad or something, and then those are like I don't remember really recall the name of the mountains or the mountain range in GTA 5, so correct me in the comments down below, but that's maybe the mountains over by the highway out there going towards Paleto Bay. I don't know, but that kind of gives me like a Alamo Sea vibe out in the West Coast in San Andreas. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if that is a reference to GTA 5 or not, or just a little Easter egg, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And then, of course, we have the beautiful opening shot of we're going to see Vice City here in a second, but I wanted to point out that this little yacht here, just the diverse amount of boats in this game is going to be insane. I mean, GTA 5 has its, fair share of boats, but this is Florida we're talking about, so I'm sure there are going to be plenty of boats and types of sea vessels that we're going to be able to enjoy driving and, exploring the world with. But just look at the water in the wake and just the the attention to detail in the sea foam here that the boat is leaving behind. And then of course we have the dolphins up there, and then I don't know what that is to the right of the dolphins. I think that might be a shark, so those dolphins better watch out. But actually no, actually the shark should watch out, because dolphins are pretty aggressive towards sharks actually. But that yacht actually looks pretty super cool to drive, so I'm excited to see what other boats are in the game. Of course, in the trailer, there are tons of boats, so we'll point those out later on in the trailer. But moving on to the next shot here, which is the same shot, but just panning up, we have a lot more boats, jet skis, and then just the water, just the reflections of the waves in the sun, and then, of course, the sea foam as it splashes up on the beach, and then just the diverse amount of we got the seagulls and the pelicans, and then we have just tons of NPCs on the beach. And then moving on, an absolute stunning shot of Vice City and Ocean Drive in the background over there. And then, of course, we have a plane and a helicopter. And then, of course, look at the beauty in the volumetric like haze that separates where we're at towards the distance of the downtown, or the skyscrapers in the background of Vice City, just how beautiful that looks. And then, of course, the volumetric clouding, and just this, there's so much to take in this shot. And of course, the foliage. I mean, there's not a lot of foliage in GTA 5. There is in Red Dead Redemption 2, so that really gives me a lot of hope that GTA 6 is going to have a lot of foliage, which I'm very excited for. Because when a game doesn't have a lot of foliage, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right for some reason. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just looks absolutely stunning when there's a lot of foliage, and it just brings the world to life, you know? Moving on, a lot of people have noticed the little plane here says 919, why 69 when you can 919? 919 is probably going to be a nightclub in Vice City, I would assume, because I believe there is a nightclub in Miami currently that is named after some number or something. I don't know 100%. Let me know in the comments down below. But if you look up here, we do have another airliner flying into Vice City. So that's another, I don't know. There's just a lot of airplanes in this trailer. So this screenshot right here is a little bit dim, because as the crossfade into the black to see Rockstar Games Presents, you could see out in the distance we have some more water. And then it's just an absolute stunning view of downtown Vice City way out there. And then I want to point out this building here. You can see the cloud. You can see this building kind of going up into the cloud here. That's really, really cool. Imagine being on top of a building and like in the clouds. I mean, that's really, really going to be a game changer when it comes to just, playing Grand Theft Auto 6. Another beautiful shot here of this hotel condo, or whatever you want to call it. But some things to point out here. Another airplane, for one. And then if you play the video, I'll try to get another screenshot here. There's another contrail right here. So there's another airliner right up here as well. But just look at this building. You could see, I don't know if this is going to match like the Spider-Man games, where it's like that, I don't know what it's called, like the insides look like you can see the interiors of the buildings, but you can't really go inside of them. I'm assuming that's what Rockstar is doing in most cases on this game. I'm really hoping and praying that a lot of the buildings are enterable, of course, but I feel like that's what they're going to do in a lot of the cases when it comes to just the skyscrapers. Maybe you can go inside of this building, I don't know, but if you look in the distance, you can kind of see it out. You can kind of see the interiors of this building as well. And then on this building here, you could see just the depth of the rooms. You could see the lights, and you could see just the sheer depth in those rooms, instead of it just being a flat static image like it typically is in like GTA 5, for instance. But you can see the people up there on the balcony just hanging and socializing, and just the difference is in the balconies here. You could see a floaty on this balcony, you could see some towels up here on this one, and just how different. It's not like a copy and paste, and it's just an absolute stunning shot. Moving on to the next screenshot, we have what I love to see, an airboat. So that's going to be super, super cool. I live in a very rural area in Florida. There's a lot of airboats, and it's just going to be super cool to actually drive one in the game, and maybe throw an NPC into the fan blade. That's just what I'm going to say right now. Now, and a lot of birds here. I don't know if those are ducks or quail. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not the best at identifying animals. But just this beautiful, beautiful sunset shot here. Maybe it's early morning too, I don't know, but this gives really like Red Dead Redemption vibes, just the beauty of nature in this shot. And then, of course, moving on to the next shot here, an absolute probably my favorite shot in the game, just how diverse and how many animals. I mean, we got flamingos, we got alligators, looks like a deer way out there. And then I don't know if those way out in the distance are sandhill cranes, but sandhill cranes are really, really cool in the state of Florida. They're a protected species here, and they're just really, really a unique type of bird. But and they're really, really loud. If you've ever heard a sandhill crane, let me know in those comments down below. They almost sound like the velociraptors from Jurassic Park. I'm not gonna lie. But just look at the distance, the draw distance in this game. Look how far out that patch of woods is way out there, and just each patch of woods is probably going to have its own unique features and just be different, and instead of a copy and paste world. And just imagine this one patch of woods right here could be home to a serial killer or something. Just imagine just the amount of adventure you're going to have in this game, and how many things you're going to find, how many Easter eggs, and just every square inch of this world is going to feel so open and alive. So I cannot wait to explore the Everglades in Leonida, or whatever they call them. I think they're calling them the grass rivers. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But this is just one of the most beautiful shots I've seen. I mean, it just gives Red Dead Redemption 2 vibes, but even better. I mean, how do you get better than Red Dead Redemption 2? And I cannot wait to see how Rockstar does that.